were just talking about earlier.
Okay, great. Well, then we're the perfect commentary pairing for this.
We were just talking about how, with the certain picks, they just have inconsistencies. I definitely feel like you're losing some of the power of Villager from the last game in her. Plus, even though she's got some really good Gs, it's definitely not anything you can rely on to get certain kills.
Yeah, I agree that Chrom should be winning this matchup. I think once he really gets in Isabelle's zone and he just said, hey, you can't do anything about this. I've got this big sword. I'm going to be swanging it. And you're going to have to I don't think Halo should be getting hit by a lot of these grabs just because, Chrom's frame data is arguably his best aspect, and the fact that, his down tilt, his forward tilt, jab is, pseudo safe on shield, but jab and forward tilt, forward tilt and down tilt are both
on, the middle
pretty
side.
safe.
Yeah, and if he was able to approach with, forward air, or if he's able to just get himself in, I can understand maybe trying to play a little bit more defensive with the wood rocket in line, maybe your fiction line, but you don't really see that causing too much of a problem if he's able to break it, or if he's able just to get above it.
Wow.
And I know that
Down
since
in the forward
aerial
smash.
drift, he's able to be able to just get right over that. But it's hard to say. It's not something that you can see Isabelle too often and be like, oh, she's awful, just right away. Sometimes with unique picks, you find unique strategies.
Yep. But yeah, so surprisingly close first game so far. I was expecting this to be a little bit more in Halo's favor, just considering how good the character he plays is versus. Yeah, this is where Chrom really. Oh, well,
he's got the tempo, but he looks like he's lost it.
Oh yeah, I know. This is.
She's able to throw in that random line every now and then, and it gives her the ability just to pull from her grab.
Yeah.
Get some tempo herself.
I think tempo in this matchup is really interesting because they could be having tempo for an equal or similar amount of time, and Chrom's still going to come out on top just because his kill options are better, his forward tilt is amazing, head killing, his ledge trapping game can be really, really strong if he's able to read the slingshots.
That's exactly what we're talking about there, especially with his aerial drift. He's able to get over that wood rocket just so easily.
Yes,
he
absolutely.
Really have the ability to get the kill from it, but safely able to approach.
Yep. Something interesting I discovered about this matchup actually is while the Isabelle Lloyd is in the ground, Chrom can actually run up and down tilt it, and that bursts it. So
breaks it right
yeah,
there.
so he doesn't even have to worry about that. If Halo can really slow it down and really just say, all right, I'm gonna do my best to not approach, and I'm just gonna kind of put a big sword in front of you and say, stay at a range where your stuff doesn't hit, because it seems like Isabelle either has these ranged attacks or some more close-up attacks. And if Chrom can stay out of the range of the close-up attacks, but in the range for his sword to be hitting, then he shouldn't really be struggling too hard.
He's looking for that combo. And exactly what you were saying with you just need to be able to slow it down. That was the one thing that with those wood
that's
rockets,
game.
that would be
He didn't have a jump. That's game.
Yeah, there it is.
That is Skootsie taking game 1 over Halo.
Quite the.
That's an impressive display from Isabelle.
Little slide. I need either you or Ironclad, the guy you just played.
Okay. I love Isabelle's victory animations.
Yeah, my favorite's probably got to be her little triumphant when
The
she
hop.
does the cross.
Yes,
Yeah.
the hop. That's the best one where she's like, yeah.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, no, that's easily the best one, but you're definitely cute.
Definitely got some good air movement from the Isabelle though. You see that she was getting in a very precise couple of slingshots, and they only do chip damage for the majority, but they have good enough knockback to kill. And you find that in enough of the scenarios, especially when the percentage starts getting high, where that specific one was too, he wasn't able to get off the ledge. Isabelle had the priority. With her distance, she can get back up with the recovery.
Right.
So you can just cover that whole side of the ledge. Anywhere Chrom was going to be, you can get that slingshot returned.
And here we see a switch to Diddy, which makes a lot of sense. It checks out to me in a big way. I feel like something that it goes underrated about Diddy is how well he can play on an off day, right? If you're having an off day with Chrom, then you're not hitting your combos, you're getting edge guarded, you're dying at very low percents. So you really don't want to have those off days with Chrom. But with Diddy, you can be kind of cold, and you can still be placing that pressure, just making sure you're getting that banana out in play, just making sure that you're punishing whenever people do get hit by the banana, and you'll be in a lot better position than Chrom would be.
The tilted character, I feel like.
Yes, absolutely.
You can really just pull out the speed on this one. And this is the one where you just start feeling like you're flicking sticks. You're not doing a random behind you, but he's got a safe enough kit where you don't need to worry about doing all these really, really specific movements. Your biggest focus is just making sure that you get those kills at the end of your set, and that you're able to utilize the banana well.
So, something I really like that we're seeing from Halo right now is the falling nairs. He comboed that into down air earlier, he was going for it again at ledge just now, and that's really been a solid combo starter for him, just because I feel like Diddy just kind of does Isabelle things, but a little bit better. I'm amazed Isabelle pocketed that banana. But yeah, Diddy's framed in this matchup's got to be really, really oppressive for Isabelle. She's really got to be struggling about that.
You want to say that Diddy struggles in this game, but you really can't. I mean, I know he got gutted a little bit with his recovery, but other than that, he still feels very solid. His banana mechanics are just slightly different.
Yeah, and the lack of a kill confirm out of down tilt really
that's
changes it.
actually quite significant. But you find that the speed
as long as
still quite good.
Yeah. Ooh, he said you're gonna be here, and then he said, "Yo, construction happening. Sorry about that." Woo. Firm roll read out of the corner. He's like, "All right, you're scared. You want to get out this corner." And he, ooh. Wow. All right, so did he just barely slide him past Halo?
Soft juggle from the up tilt, but it's not enough to keep it going.
Yeah, no, only 35 on him. This is still looking like Halo's game completely. Wow.
Very close, right into the balloon.
Wow. I'm amazed these bears aren't hitting. This is like near Phantom hit level.
This is what we were expecting from the last match.
Yeah, honestly.
Isabelle's able to keep the stock for a little bit longer than the match. There's a whole lead here on the stock.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing about Diddy is like he's not really going for the kill confirms anymore. He's going for up tilt kill percentage. And that's going to be really hard because even if you can take the stock as Isabelle, which I definitely think you can, that stuff happens sometimes, right? Where we were getting closer and closer to percent where Diddy's just normals that have objectively better frame data than anything Isabelle has, those are going to start killing. So at that percent, it's going to be really, really hard for Isabelle to continue to pull off a win because it's pretty tough to bait stuff out from Diddy just based on how good and how lagless a lot of his moves are. So once those moves start killing, then you're in trouble.
Yep. You got a Sheik with a very safe projectile. You got that banana that you can easily just toss in and then it makes it so like, hey, don't step right there. Everything else you're good for, but you can't step right there. And sometimes just having that little space where you just need to be able to approach from. Diddy has that manipulation, and then all that speed on top of it that you just want from a character is there. You can get those really easy confirms.
Absolutely.
And here though, he was able to get that first set, so this is basically even.
Yeah,
like Zelda's really easy picture.
I would guess, just from a layman's perspective, that like the Isabelle would be a little bit better, just considering how focused Halo was in Smash 4. So like I'm sure he's played at least some Zelda Diddy. Whereas Isabelle might be newer, so he might be able to get away with more stuff. With that said, I definitely think a change was in order, whether it was a change of mindset, a change of character, a change of stage.
And he had a very good counter pick that he got with it. So something changed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zelda here, the objective, similar to what you see from Isabelle, so you can kind of understand what the first is.
Yeah, you
just
cannot
have that distance until you can get like your forward or your back there, something similar. Carry him with that recovery.
Yeah.
I find Zelda, though she's better from the last game to this one.
Yeah, she's still not great.
She still struggles.
Especially when you committed that fatal error that Skootsie committed of just up being right basically where you'd land after getting up from ledge, because that's exactly where Diddy wants to put his banana, right? He says, all right, put banana here, so now we have to pick neutral, get up, that's covered.
That's
really
the manipulation that you're looking for in Diddy. You know,
yeah,
if
exactly.
It's like, you don't expect to do that. You know, sometimes you make a misinput or something, but like, that, you know, the placement of the banana kill, even if it's not that significant, put it in somewhere that's fairly safe, and you already have some more pressure than just not having it out in the first place. Keep on that ledge, and you get a kill.
Great ledge trapping, great stage pressure. He just basically said, I'm not going to let you neutral get up, and then Zelda neutral get up.
Right. And like your best bet for Zelda after that scenario is maybe try and do something off ledge, do a jumper sort, but then you're forced to do something similar.
Yeah,
either way, it's not safe.
Yeah, I don't really agree with that. I just think if you lose your jump versus Diddy and he can just fair you, then with most characters it's pretty bad. Ooh,
just like
I'm
that would be the failure
amazed. That was like a lot more on stage than I thought would be required for that to work. Halo wins that 2-1. Really strong first game from Skootsie, actually. I'm impressed.
I'm happy I got to see that as well.
Yeah, I never really saw him cross over to the Smash 4 side of things back when it was in those days, so it's really impressive to see him like really show up in Ultimate and take a game from one of our better players.